So what's going on, guys? It is Pwn with no pants on, and I am having a good day today. I don't even know why. It's Halloween. I bought a pumpkin because if you guys do not know, I am heavily addicted to pumpkin seeds. And you guys are like, what do you mean? Do you collect them or something? Like toenails or clippings or something? Like no. I really have like this obsession with taking pumpkins, just gutting them out, and just eating. I cook and roast the pumpkin seeds, and they are so freaking addicting. And I made a video about it last year. I don't know if you guys can find it or not, but maybe I'll do another one in celebration of Halloween. Maybe a tutorial, a tips and trick video in Nate's spot with pumpkin seeds. So, but anyways, it's gonna be one of the last few pub stomping kind of videos from Black Ops for me. This is 114-10 gameplay, pretty solid. A very long gameplay. I didn't play the objective too much, but my role as Slayer and the suppression from the dogs and the gunners really helped this team out. They were playing the objective hard, and my team wasn't so well. And it was the kill streaks are what really made the difference in this game, in all honesty. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything like that, but this is one of those great examples where the kill streaks really did save our asses, and it's proof of it. So we're going to skip across that real quick. I wanted to bring across a different kind of topic today. Basically, you guys know that there's always been a giant fucking unspoken war. Actually, no, it's not been spoken. Just check any comment box. In between Battlefield and Call of Duty. And because there will always be favorites, there is always going to be a war across the two. Same thing with Xbox and PS3. They play the same damn games. Just respect each other. Why can't it work like that? It's not like a noticeable difference or something. It's not like you're looking at two hot sisters and one super fat with fucking acne and one gimped out leg, and then the other one's a fucking supermodel. It's not like it's noticeably different. They're great games. They're built different. But they're solid games. They're both a fucking dime. We're both looking at 10-point games. They're amazing. So what I'm going to do is I have this little plan. So for tonight, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on Call of Duty and how it has a little bit of advances and it's a little bit better in certain areas than Battlefield. And tomorrow night, I'm going to give you guys thoughts on how Battlefield is a little bit better than Call of Duty and what separates them, why one is better than the other, and but they're both equally balanced. They're both two different kinds of games. It's not like I'm comparing two games that are similar. They're both different, and that's why I think they're amazing. So they both excel, and there are cool features for both. So I'm going to crack into this real quick. We got the next 7 minutes to talk dirty to each other, so let's have some fun, shall we? As you guys could tell, this was also a moment. I'm going to cut into this real quick. I have the opportunity. I was going to call in a gunner right there. I had the opportunity to do so, but I wanted to protect the flags. I knew what was going down. So this is where I decide to try to help the team and try to, do what I can to save the game instead of calling in the gunner. Because I will sacrifice the gunner if that means saving the game. And just to feel cool about it. Not because I want to, but because I feel like I just did something cool, you know what I mean? Like I just picked up a stray porcupine on the side of the road and saved its life or something. I don't know. I don't do that every day, so maybe that's just why it is. I don't save lives every day, but anyways, cutscene, we're back. So, what I was talking about is Call of Duty. Now, many people like Call of Duty because the one thing that separates Call of Duty from many of the other games is it is very fast-paced. It is very noob friendly. So anybody can just come in here and within 15 minutes get up a UAV. I put Amanda to the test. She can hop in here never having any experience on any console at all. At all, unless it's like fucking Farmville or some stupid-ass iPod app. She had no experience at all. But she could come in here running around with the knives, and she learned how to move. She learned thumbsticks. And she got it down pat after a couple games, and she even went positive one time. She went like 16-12 and on like her 4th game. So, the one thing that really separates Call of Duty is the easiness. It is noob-friendly, which means not necessarily... And noob-friendly could be, deciphered in two ways. Really easy to learn for people that aren't experienced in first-person shooters, and the fact that anybody can be successful in this game due to the what we consider newbie tactics. So camping can allow a person, it's effective, but it's frowned on. That's something you can really do in almost any first-person shooter. But this game is really different in a certain section. It's got the perks like you get the commando and the second chance, and then noob tubes. There are so many things you can do, and the overpowered guns. And this game is easily the one thing that separates this and makes it fun for a lot of people, especially on the commentating scene, is because you can be a one-man fucking Rambo team. That's why people like Call of Duty. You can run around and you can run the team. I've gotten plenty of team deathmatch games where I had 50 of the 75 kills. 50 plus of the 75 kills. You can't do that on Battlefield because Battlefield is team-oriented. It's meant to, take the objective. To get kills is important to suppress the team, but not necessarily to win the game. People play for kills on Call of Duty. They play for KD on Call of Duty. Not so much on Battlefield. If you're playing Battlefield for kills, you're in the wrong fucking game. You just seriously are. And that's what I love about Call of Duty, is because it's friendly for one person. You don't have to do it. You don't need a group full of guys, a bag of fucking Fritos, and you're just ready to chill out. You can do it on your own. Trust me, that's just how it is. I mean, and that makes everybody happy. I mean, you can do yourself, you know what I mean? If nobody's looking, you're in your bedrooms late at night, you could do you and be just happy with it, right? I could do me better than anyone could do me, because I know what I like. And that's what it comes down to, is Call of Duty is something you could do by yourself. And that's what makes this game so successful, is the fast-paced, the variety. You've got the guns. Now, there are a lot of things that people do not like about this game. Do not get me wrong. And it is a very flawed game. And people exploit the hell out of flaws in anything in life. But the fast-paced nature is what sets this game apart, and what kind of... it's the reason why this kind of holds the title of the most popular first-person shooter across anything. There are other competitions like Battlefield and Halo and stuff like that, but nothing compares to Call of Duty, because it's across all consoles, it's on PC. It is a force to be reckoned with, because it is at the top of the level on what it is. It is the best of what kind of game it is. It's meant to be noob friendly. That's why they don't fix these things. That's why they don't patch the things that we want fixed. Us pro gamers, the ones that are really resourceful and used to these games, we want the second chance gone. We want the noob tubes gone. We want all these things fixed. They won't fix them because they are noob friendly. And noob friendly sells. If this game was hard, how many of these just casual gamers would buy the game? They want it to be easy accessible. They want it to be easy to play. And that's what sells. That's why they keep it like that. And that's why Call of Duty is successful. It's fun, it's fast paced, and it's easy to play. Anybody can pick it up and play it. But it also gets a little repetitive. I think that's a very, very small downfall. I wish every game was unique. After you've seen the first month or two of this game, every other game plays just like another. I mean, some might be more successful than another, but it's not something you haven't seen before. And, that's kind of how it is. But it's a little bit more resourceful with Battlefield, but we'll get into that a little bit tomorrow. Like I said, one of the great things, and don't get me wrong, the one thing that separates this game from many of the others is the kill streaks. The kill streaks are what give that person that extra swag, that extra confidence to go out there and do it on his own. I will do me all day long with Chopper Gunner Dogs and Blackbird. And that's what it comes down to. People are used to playing for themselves, building up their own streaks, killing, so on and so forth. When a real team player should be running around UAV, counter UAV, Blackbird, something like that. Maybe like a napalm, something that's team friendly, can barricade, lock people off, cock block them from getting to an objective. People should be running flak jacket and stuff like that on a more routine basis. They don't. They care about themselves. They want to use ghost and hide from each other. They want to fucking play hide and seek. They want to play for themselves. That is the major reason why Call of Duty is successful, is because you don't need nobody. You don't need it. You don't need a lot of skills to play the game either. It is a very laid-back kind of game. Only the people that take this seriously really dislike this game, because, just a casual player love the hell out of this game. They don't care about getting noob-tube, because you know what? They could do it right back. They couldn't care less. It's just the YouTube community that kind of frowns on a lot of things about Call of Duty. But like I said, Call of Duty is supreme in what it is, and that is a fast-paced FPS rushing game, and that is why it is the top of the list. That is why it is the most popular shooter out there. That's why it's got the strongest following behind any other FPS shooter on YouTube. Battlefield has got a fraction of what Call of Duty has. And is that fair in my mind? No. But I think when Battlefield 3 comes out, it's going to change a lot of things. I'm not on either side. I am proud to say that I love both games equally. They support each other, and they're two different kinds of games. And there's nothing wrong with liking both of them, guys. Let's just be clear. You don't have to favor just COD. You can like both of them, or you can simply not like either one of them. That's one of the great things about Call of Duty. Like I said, it all comes down to being noob-friendly and fast-paced. That's what sets this game apart from any of the others, and that's what makes it so successful in my mind. There are obviously other features to the game, but that's just what I felt like touching on right here. I might give up another one once I think about it a little more. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do me a favor and like it up. Look forward to the Battlefield 3, not Battlefield 3 tomorrow, the Battlefield 1 tomorrow, guys. So thanks for watching. Peace out. Get it.